This is the Late Late Lunch Show with Rod Maxwell.
Supported by
Childbed learning in nature's playground.
So back here at BritFest, we just watched the fantastic Mark Ratcliffe and his band perform on stage, and we're backstage here in his dressing room. Mark, we've sort of knew you as somebody who talked about music, presented music, Mark and Lord and all that type of thing, wasn't it? But you've been playing with his band, and it's a sort of folk eclectic type thing. How long has that been going on for you?
Well, I mean, I really being a radio presenter was an accidental second choice. I wanted to be in a band. I've played in bands since I was 14, which is a very long time now. So it's always been my hobby. I mean, I actually love it now because it's not my job.
Yeah.
Because I love playing. I've played with some of these guys for the best part of 30 years. They're amazing players. It's a bit like the Pogues for people who don't know. You know, it's kind of mandolin, fiddle, accordion. And they're great players and great old friends. In fact, I said to my wife, I'm doing the BritFest today, and she said, "Oh, what are you playing?" I said, "Oh, we'll do some Shane MacGowan songs and the Irish Rover and the Raggle Taggle Gypsy." She said, "You do realise you've been playing the same set list since our oldest daughter, who's now 28, was born?" I said, "Okay, yeah, well, it's a bit late to change it now." It's so far, so good. And so we've just always played together on and off, but we don't tour. We're just friends, and we get together for a few gigs in the summer and usually a few gigs around Christmas. And I still love it, you know.
And you played a Christmas song in summer, and it worked.
It does work. I mean, we played Fairy Tale of New York, and I think that is such a great song, and it's such a guaranteed sing-along. Yeah. And we were on first today, or headlining is another way of putting it. And you know, people just love that song, don't they? And I think once you forget the kind of incongruity of it being in a field in summer, everybody just thinks it's a folk song, and it's just a song of kind of love and a song of togetherness and a song of celebration and a song of kind of overcoming the odds and everything. And I think that's what people want from a festival.
Do you find today that people are open to all styles of music, so folk can sit alongside other stuff in a music festival very easily because people are sharing and listening to so much music these days?
I think that's right. I mean, when I said we were doing this, and you think, well, you know, we're on with ABC, Eternal, and Fisherman's Friend. You think, well, there's something for everyone there, isn't there? I think what we play is kind of a lot of it. I mean, basically, its roots are in Irish music, you know. So there's a lot of a diddle, 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 and like, really, if you've had a drink, that music is just infectious. It just gets inside you. So even though, you know, I have other bands, you know, an electronic band and an acoustic folk duo, which are much more low key, but they don't work at festivals. It's too low key. But this, you know, even at midday on a Sunday, it's like everybody's up for it. Well, not everybody, clearly. I mean, there's huge swathes of empty field there, but there are quite a lot of people there. There were more than we expected. And I think that people are just here for an escape from the world, aren't they? We're all bombarded with so much kind of depressing and negative news, and we don't know what to believe or anything. Where I think why people come to festivals is to escape from that. You know, you leave the real world behind for the weekend. And what better way than kind of having a couple of pints and dancing to some idiots doing diddly diddly?
It strikes me that as much as the times we live in are challenging in a way, that with music now, people of all generations are engaging in it, whereas maybe our own parents didn't go to festivals at this time of life. But now today, the music is much more open. More people are going to festivals. There's more festivals to go to, and it's a lot more eclectic in terms of what you're listening to. Do you find that?
Yeah, and also, I mean, like when rock and roll started, people assumed it was music for teenagers and it was going to peter out. So you've now got the Rolling Stones, who are more popular than they've ever been, probably. And so they're 80-odd, aren't they? You know, so why wouldn't people who want to watch music who are 80-odd want to go to something? I mean, festivals can be a bit of a I think, you know, they are for young people in some ways, you know, because you want to get hammered and you have to stay up all night, don't you? I mean, I don't want to do that. I mean, this is great. I'm talking to you. It's 1:30. I did a radio show this morning. We played an hour ago. And, you know, I'll probably be in bed for a kip at about 3. You know, but I mean, my idea of a good night out is lunch. You know, I mean, I like things early in the day. I don't stay up late, you know, and so, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. You know, we've all had a good time. And, yeah, I mean, I think our gigs, really, it's a victimless crime, Rod.
Victimless. I like
It's
that.
a victimless
Yeah.
crime, you know.
Yeah.
No one was hurt by
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We got slightly paid.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of free drinks. The crowd enjoyed it. You know, it's
And
like
nobody got harmed.
Nobody got harmed. No. So I think, you know, we have fun and we like it.
I often think that if you can put a smile on the face of one person, you know, by playing a bit of music, it's almost job done. You're putting a smile on many people's faces today,
Well, I hope
and
so.
having a laugh yourselves.
I mean, I'm not doing it 68 years old. I'm not building a career. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
So it's like, this is really kind of like meeting up with a few old mates for a pint, but we also play some music. And we are good at it because we've been practicing 30 years.
And it does take a bit of practice, doesn't it?
Well, not anymore. I mean, it did, but like now we know it. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, but these guys are good players and they play all the time. So there's like, they're playing all the time. So they're sort of practicing on their own. And when we come back together, we sort of usually have one rehearsal or maybe a little gig. We played this time, we didn't have any rehearsals. We played at the Salty Dog in Northwich,
That's
which
a great
we love.
venue.
So we played that and we were doing some festivals. We did some festivals of original music. And we did this set we did today. So we did both sets at the Salty Dog just to see what we knew and what we didn't, you know, and tidy it all up.
Quick last question, okay?
Yeah,
I've been asking people all week if they could have their own festival, so Ratcliffe Fest or Mark Fest, and you're playing it, obviously.
Obviously.
Who would you want to have as your guest? Who would you want to come and play and sing with you? Dead or alive?
Oh, dead or alive. Important. Yeah, right, okay. I'm thinking Friday night, ABBA.
Yes, get the buzz.
Yep, Saturday night, Elvis.
Oh,
Sunday night, Bob Marley and the Wailers.
you went big on
I
Saturday.
mean, come on.
That's a
Come
good
on.
festival.
That's the best festival there's ever been.
And would you have somebody coming in as your star guest in your set?
Oh, in our set? Well, I mean, who would we have in our set? Yeah, Bob Dylan.
I like it. Not Robert Plant. He's doing a bit of folk stuff
He
at the
is,
moment.
yeah, Robert Plant. Yeah, well, all right, we'll have Robert Plant then. If you're pushing Robert Plant, have a word with him. We'll do Robert Plant then, yeah.
It's been a pleasure to see you.
Nice to see you,
Thank
Rod.
you for putting a smile on our faces.
Yeah,
mate.
and
Really
thanks to
enjoyed
everyone
it.
at Radio Alti.
Thank you very much.
Keep up the good work.
Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Pleasure.
You're listening to the Late Late Lunch Show with
Back to the Garden Childcare, where little explorers grow naturally.
So we're backstage here after Mark Ratcliffe's set, which I have to say, loads of energy. And I'm here with the man who writes his stuff with him. Your name is Paul.
Yeah, Paul, I'm one half of electronic supergroup OON, based in Knutsford in Cheshire.
Now, that had a real vibe about it on stage there.
He was great, wasn't he?
He really was.
I mean, he just brought energy and everyone was clapping, and you even played the Christmas song.
I know. In the middle of July.
In the middle of July, you know, and it worked.
It is, you know.
But yeah, he's absolutely legendary, you know. And yeah, he brought something, especially being on early. Like you said, I'm number one artist here, you know, because he's top of the...
So tell me, you do some songwriting with them?
I do. I write some electronic music. We're on our 6th album.
Oh.
Yeah. And we first met in a pub in Cheshire over the love of our dogs and Man City. And I played him some music and he kind of said, "Did you actually write this? Because it's really good. And I'm disappointed if you didn't write it." So I wrote it and he loved it and he put vocals on it. And then we've been writing since 2017. And we've played at Blue Dot. We've done festivals up and down the country, but it's just the two of us. And it's songs and visuals. So I write the music, Mark writes the lyrics.
Have you always been into music? Is this what you've done?
Yeah, well, I used to tour manage Mark's band's Galleon Blast for years. And then I've been writing music. I worked at Factory Records for a number of years, writing, remixing and writing my own music. We've worked with Doves, you know, sub before. So yeah, I've got a bit of a history, should I say.
Do you find today one of the wonderful things about the music industry is it's for all age groups? I mean, go back 30, 40 years ago, people our age wouldn't have been going to festivals the same way now. And actually, the music has not left our generation, which is a lovely thing.
I absolutely, totally agree with you. I think I was here on Friday with my friend Carl Hunter from the farm, and the age group, it was
wide.
It was so wide. You had grandkids, granddads, all dressed up, and we were lucky with the weather, and we are lucky with the weather today.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. It's festivals like the BritFest cuts across all age groups and barriers. You know, it's amazing.
And I think what's important about them is they give a platform for both the guys who are at the other end, one end, and
Totally
the young up-and-coming bands.
Absolutely. I was told by the stage guy that they started off doing the emerging artists and buskers in a little tent, the size of a portrait.
We were here then.
Well, have you seen the size of it?
I know.
It's massive, you know. Bands would love to play, established bands would love to play that, let alone this amazing setup and stage that we've got. And obviously, Radio Baltic, you know, who doesn't listen to you?
But exactly. But I mean, this area, you're a Knutsford man.
Yeah.
But this area has had a rich musical history going back to Stone Roses, The Smiths, and beyond.
And beyond. You know, you had Paul Young from Sad Cafe.
Yeah.
You know, which is one of my
He's
legend.
got a blue plaque.
He's got a blue plaque. And then, but, you know, the Cheshire area, and especially having it 3.5 miles away from where we live. You know, 10-minute car ride.
I love your story with Mark. The only bit probably is I would be more red than a blue, but I'll let you off with that one. So
we're all Mancunians. We're all Mancs.
Even if you come from Belfast.
Exactly. George Best, one of my favourite ever footballers.
There you go.
How can you not like
It's
George
a pleasure
Best?
to meet you, sir.
And you, really,
Thanks
great
a lot.
pleasure.
Thank you
very much.
You're listening to the Late Late Lunch Show with
Back to the Garden Childcare, where little explorers grow naturally.
So here at the BritFest, I'm delighted to be with two gentlemen who have made singing it's almost like a new career for you two. It's Jeremy and John from the Fisherman's Friends.
That's it.
Tell me, now, how long is it since you started singing together and then came into fame, if you like?
Well, we started in 1991, Jeremy, something like that, I think. So 35 years, we sung together. It doesn't seem a day too long. And we were discovered and plucked from obscurity, which if you call corporal obscurity, that's where we came from, when we were both approaching our 50th birthdays, I guess.
Yeah, we had no plans to... we sang in Port Isaac for charity with our mates. There's like between sort of 8 and 11 of us at different times. And we sang for charity every Friday night through the summer months. And then, like I said, Johnson, we got plucked. We got picked up because we had a bit of a story. We could sing a bit, but we had a good story as well. Yeah. Fisherman, lifeboat men, all that sort of thing, you know. And it's just gone from strength to strength, to be honest with you.
And a lot of the songs you started singing, I'm sure, were traditional of the area, been passed down through generation after generation. Was that the case?
Yeah, well, it was, because we started singing a lot of Cornish songs as well. But because of where we lived, because of the sort of simplicity and energy behind them, we sort of had a natural bent towards sea shanties, Jared, don't we, really?
Yeah, because there's a great tradition of singing any Cornish pub when the conversation dies down at about 10:30 or whatever, you know. People will just start singing. And they'll sing songs like Little Eyes or something out there, Camborne Hill, Cornish type stuff. And then it's sort of, because we used to do a bit of rowing as well in the gigs.
Oh, and of course it helps with the rhythm.
Yeah, this is it. See, it all helps with that. So and then we decided to learn the verses as well as the choruses.
Yeah.
And then
that helps.
Well,
it does.
Yeah, but we used to just join in with the choruses before, and then we said, we should actually learn the verses. But then it turned out within our group, John's a good bass man, and I'm baritone. We had a couple of good tenors. So actually, we had a hell of a balance just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And everyone seemed to know how to harmonise.
Do you think that's just because it came through almost the family osmosisly, if you like, if that's
Well,
a word?
it's a Methodist county, really. And the big thing back in the day was the chapel. My great uncle used to go down to chapel. It wasn't overly religious, but that was a great night out. Down the chapel, they'd have a preacher there that'd come around, and he would be thumping the desk and that. And then they'd sing some real rousing stuff. So they just enjoy singing. So we just got just
It's a
enjoyment
proper
for singing.
tradition.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that feeling of goosebumps when you're together and it feels together?
Yeah.
There's something unique about that.
Do you know, a couple of times this afternoon, so there were 9 of us on stage, and so we're covering all the bases with a range of voices. We got a couple of top tenors, we got the baritones, we got second tenors, we got me down in the bilges singing the bass, and there were some times today when we let it ring, didn't we? And it was nice, wasn't
and
it?
we just, if a note really rings out, we just hang on to it, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we
we all know on
ourselves.
stage. We go, oh, that is. I mean, there's no coming off until we've had enough of it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
That is a moment, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you feel connected as
That's joy. Let's see, singing is about joy, isn't it? And that's what we get out of
that's
it.
right.
You know, if you've had a pretty rubbish week or whatever, or a few days or whatever's going on in your life, you can go and you can sing, and it lifts you up. It lifts you up.
So I would urge anybody to join a local choir.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's mixed or male or female, join a local choir. You'll have no better hour and a half in your week than singing together. There's something about it.
I think what your story did, though, was it opened up for men. It's okay to come together and do this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy's been instrumental with the younger men in our village now, particularly some of them in the lifeboat crew, in getting them together to sing. So you got guys in their 20s and 30s, just like we used to
We were
be.
sort of a victim of our own success because we can't actually sing in Port Isaac now. If we announce we're going to sing in Port Isaac, we get 2,000 people there, and there's not enough room for 2,000 people in Port Isaac. So actually, we've had to rein in what we do. We still sing impromptu, but we can't say we're going to do it. So I thought it was a great shame. There's no actually the male singing or just chorus singing is not. It's gone out of Port Isaac. So I thought it'd be nice. So another group has started really out of the lifeboat basically, but there's more people joining on now. So there's a whole group. I was in the pub on Wednesday, and I just stand at the back now, and these guys just run with it. And it's just I was so proud. They're doing it now. I don't want to run it. I don't want to. I'll join them in, but I don't want to. They just running with it.
How much has your life changed?
Well, or say we were both approaching 50 when we were plucked from obscurity, and how young, and I mean sort of blokes or girls in their teens or 20s deal with it, particularly solo performers. I have no idea, because you're told this and you're told that and you're told the other. Well, there were 10 of us when we started, and we were all fairly crusty, really, and we're Cornish. We sort of think to ourselves, yeah, well, hang on a minute.
We're great levelers as well. No one's allowed to get above themselves. It's just like.
So, if anybody got too giddy or excited, there was 9 others there to stamp on them and say, "Hang on, don't be so stupid." It's not like, and so it's been that way all the way through, actually, isn't it? And so,
yes, very much so. Yeah,
that's worked in our favour, I think.
And where's the furthest afield you've actually sung?
Well, we went to Australia in January. Because our films, they've got 2 films and a musical, they've done really well in Australia. So they were sort of saying, you need to come over. So we went over. So this January, we spent the best part of January over in January over in Australia. And it was all sold out. We did like 15 or 16.
15 gigs in 18
15
days.
gigs in there.
Yeah.
That takes stamina, guys.
This is...
Well, I got to say, we were flying from here to there and, doing gigs in the evening. That was a bit crazy. Sold out,
Brilliant.
yes. Very, very flattering.
And what was an interesting thing is we've done, we still consider ourselves, because of what we came from, we think semi-professional, we think of ourselves. Jeremy still fishes, I still run my business, right? And all the other guys still work as well. But we've done 55 or 56 gigs in 6 months, right? That's more than Taylor Swift. She's done 150 gigs in 18 months.
The management are saying now you're doing more gigs now than most bands do. So that needs to stop, because it's interfering with our lives now.
But we haven't done as many costume changes as her.
No.
Well, I have to say, you don't need that, do you? You've got a look, and your look stays with you.
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, we can't change that now.
Yeah, nobody's ever turned up and said, who's your barber or your groomer?
Well, not my barber. So.
Oh, your moustache.
Jeremy, it needs a tweak occasionally,
We thought this was almost a strange booking in a way, but we always sort of say, if you book the Fisherman's Friends, you'll get the Fisherman's Friends. Yeah. We can't alter it because of a certain crowd that's going to be there.
Why would you?
Well, that's it.
You are.
No, if you book the Fisherman's Friends, you will get the Fisherman's. The King Singers aren't going to turn up, It'll be us.
But what have you made of BritFest then?
Oh, it's been a lovely atmosphere, actually. Everyone's on side, right? Everyone backstage has got us in, fast-tracked us through. No aggravation at all.
It's
brilliant. All backstage, and that's been fantastic. Yeah. And the stagehands make a huge difference to us, because we got to do a quick sound check, and we're vocal. So it needs to be, it needs to be right, and they got it right so quickly.
They did.
Brilliant. We're very, very happy.
You may or may not know that Altrincham has quite a rich musical history. The Smiths, the Stones. Johnny Marr lived or lives not far from there.
I had no idea, really.
There's other bands around this area. Paul Young, for example.
I remember him. Yeah, fantastic.
So for us actually having this festival here, it feels like the right thing. Music is part of the history.
I'm so excited tonight because ABC are here, and do you know what? That was my soundtrack at the time when I was young and vital, in the 1980s. I loved the Lexicon of Love. And so Caroline and I, we came up in our van, we played it coming up the motorway today. I said, "Oh Jesus, I've forgotten a lot of tracks." Fantastic.
I do a podcast with 4 or 3 other lads who we've known each other since we were 5.
Yeah.
We call it Guardians of the Vinyl Vault.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you select a band,
Yeah.
one person pitches it,
Yeah.
and you have to decide whether they go into this mythical vault
Yeah.
as godlike geniuses,
Yeah.
a club class, or you ban them for life. And our first band was ABC.
Yeah.
And we watched them do the Lexicon of Love tour a wee while ago with almost like a symphonic orchestra.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was
Fantastic.
class. Absolute class.
Yeah.
Well, the production on that first album was magnificent
Amazing.
when I'm listening to it. Yeah, brilliant.
And it's timeless, isn't it?
And they were, and I mean, it's funny how music, you were saying about, around here, around Altrincham, you have your big musical heritage. That musical heritage came from Sheffield because you had the Human League and Heaven 17, all at the same time. Isn't that weird? And now in Port Isaac, you got the Fisherman's Friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, have you ever thought of doing a Christmas song?
We actually did. We did one. We shantied up I Saw 3 Ships a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We'll have to dig that out
Yeah,
for our
dig
Christmas
it out.
set list.
We performed it in Westminster Abbey for Princess Catherine at our charity do early December.
December last year.
What an
2025.
honour that was.
So if you could collab with one singer, okay, dead or alive, okay,
Yeah.
and
Roger.
it would be, who would you have collab with you?
Well, I'm a rock and roller, so I go back to Buddy Holly. I would.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I would. I don't know how that would work, but
Oh, I think Buddy would be up.
But I go right back to that myself. I mean, I don't, age-wise, I don't really go quite back that far, but I do. I love Buddy Holly.
I
Yeah.
love that. What would you have?
I'd sing with Ella Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Oh, that's a classic.
She's got a deeper voice than me.
Well,
Better moustache as well.
Well, can I just say, it's been a real honour to meet you.
enjoyed it.
We love your story.
Yeah.
I think it's what this country and it's what thing we need, really, isn't it? Stories like that.
We're happy with it.
Yeah, the story checks out. Like I say, John's been on the lifeboat. I'm a fisherman, so it sort of checks out. But we're very, very lucky.
It's not a construct.
No.
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it works.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
You're listening to the Late Late Lunch Show with
Back to the Garden Childcare, where little explorers grow naturally.
So we're here at Radio Audley and we've just seen a fantastic performance by a group called Absolute Belters, and they're a choir. And we have Claire and Sharon. Now, Claire is music choir leader.
And I'm one of the choristers.
She's one of the choristers. And there's about 70 in the group, isn't
Yeah, absolutely. 70. So, we've been set up now about 12 years.
Right.
And we came together for a community event before Alti Market was set up to bring people together singing in Altrincham. So we had kids, we had workers, we had retired people, and one of the choirs was a mum's choir. And it was meant to be a 6-week project where everyone learned how to sing, and we sang some songs in the centre of Alti when it was much less fancy than it is now. And after 6 weeks, all the women just said, we want to continue. And that's when Absolute Belters was formed. And it's just got bigger and bigger ever since.
So how many in the band, in the group?
We had 63 singing today. We have about 80 on our register, and it's very relaxed. So people can come and go. They can sign up for projects. And so it's quite a flexible group. That's why we'll always have a big turnout, but often it won't be everybody participating.
That's young and old.
Absolutely. There's no age limit at all. And we've got a huge age range. I won't say how old our oldest member is because she'd be very cross with me, but we go up into our late 70s, definitely.
And you're doing modern songs.
Yeah, it's all contemporary music. So we'll do, like today we were doing Pink Pony Club, we did Florence and the Machine, we did The Killers. So contemporary stuff. We also do, in more formal concerts, we'll do musical theatre.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the repertoire range, really.
And what do the other members in the band or in the group think?
Well, we love Tina and Claire, who run Absolute Belters. They are so entertaining. Every week it's like going to a comedy act, honestly. And it's just brilliant. It's brilliant for our well-being, our souls. We just love the singing. And the songs they pick are always so much fun that it's just wonderful. And they've got a really loyal community that they've created. And they also have a children's choir as well called Little Belters. So the Facebook page is called Little Belters if anyone wants to follow. And if anyone wants to join, that'd be wonderful. We do several concerts throughout the year. We do a Christmas concert for Prevent Breast Cancer at Manchester Cathedral, which is always really well attended. And then we do our end of year concert, which we've actually got tomorrow. BritFest is an additional one that we've taken on this year, which we've really enjoyed.
Where is it?
We hope to be back again.
It's at the Cosmo Rodewald Concert Hall, which is the University of Manchester's concert hall. But we've done it in different places. We've done it at the Stoller Hall next to Cheatham's. We've done it at the Royal Northern College of Music. So we always have a kind of big celebration at the end of the year where all our choirs, like the children's choirs and the mum's choir, come together. Not mum's choir anymore. It's the Absolute Belters come together.
Yeah, and you're the most animated choir person I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Singing.
we also sing at the Manchester Marathon every year, just outside Alty Market. And anyone who knows us knows that me and my sister, who also runs the choir with me, we dress up in crazy costumes and we just jump around and dance around and sing. And I just think it's not stuffy, it's not boring. Singing in a choir can be a bit free and easy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It can just be full of joy and fun. And, you know, people in our choir, we've got doctors, we've got lawyers, we've got teachers, we've got managing directors of companies, and they've got busy lives, and they just come and have an absolute blast on a Thursday.
So do you meet in the evening? Or
Thursday evenings we meet 8 till 9 every week, and we miss it when it's not on in the school holidays.
Right.
Yes.
Well, it was fantastic, and all the best for the future.
Thank you. Well, I've definitely lost a few pounds with that jumping around.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Live from BritFest, this is Radio Alty.
It's Radio Alty live from the BritFest. We're in the VIP lounge, but it's the ABC Warranty VIP lounge. And we've got Adele from ABC Warranty. Now, you are going to be introducing ABC tonight. I've been telling people about what you're going to wear, and you've got it. And I love what on the back, Warranty of Love.
Well, it was actually a very last minute purchase order from another local company, So Creative in Altrincham. So just a little plug in for them.
Yes.
So that was great. Kate, the owner there. It's all about collabing and bringing it together all these local businesses and letting everyone thrive from it. It's amazing.
Is.
Yeah.
And the whole festival's been a bit like that, hasn't it?
It has, you know. So we were just saying earlier, weren't we? We've got Sirigear, the food suppliers.
Who've been brilliant, by the way.
Amazing restaurant in Hale. Sri Lankan. And then we've also got here, so they're obviously doing the food catering for our VIP lounge. And then we've also got Alibi, Carl and his team from Alibi, also an amazing local bar in Altrincham that do private functions and events. And they've absolutely smashed it. So the two of them collabing in here, looking after our guests, it's amazing.
And last night in this tent, this marquee, this world, we almost had the festival within the festival, didn't we?
Oh my God.
Wasn't it cracking?
It was banging.
It was banging.
It was banging, and my voice is really struggling this morning just to, you know, sing along with all the guys. I mean, local bands, all the local talent. It's just amazing.
It was perfect. It was like the little secret festival within the festival.
It was.
And it was gorgeous, wasn't it?
You know, right?
Exactly. Well, that's exactly right. So tonight you're going to be on stage introducing the band. Now, are you a fan of ABC? You must be.
Oh my God, I love ABC. In fact, don't give me that look.
I'd be to see them.
Do you know what look I'm talking about? Everyone knows what look I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
The look? The look
of love.
The look of love.
No, it's not the look of love, is it? It's the warranty of love.
It's a warranty of love. Shh, don't tell everyone.
But there is something about them, isn't there? They still play really well.
They are so cool. They're so cool. You know, I just think Martin Fry, wow.
Martin Fry. You know what? I couldn't remember his name, but I couldn't remember. My names are terrible.
Helped you out though.
But you really did help me out. But he's got a lovely frame, and he wears like a gold lammy suit when I saw him on stage.
Oh my God, well, I need to go and get changed.
And well, no, you're okay. You'll be cool.
I've got my ripped jeans. It's like, I've got far cry from the office.
You're festival chic. Festival chic, just like this place has been festival chic. Mm-hmm. But it's been a wonderful weekend, hasn't it?
Yeah, and you guys have also pulled it out of the bag as well. You've been amazing. You've been interviewing all the local talent here in our VIP lounge. You've been bringing people together. The whole thing. You've collaborated with the whole festival vibe so well. So well done.
It's our pleasure because it's just been an honour to be in here and to be part of it. Really,
yourself in a great location, right?
Oh, fantastic! Look, I think I've said to you before. I think next year let's have the ABC bougie bedrooms.
Oh my Lord! I don't know if the beds will fit in here, but with all the people as well.
You can have a little hotel.
Actually, there's a bit of an idea there. You've just given me a little light bulb moment.
There you go. There you go. We were thinking 4 posters with lots of sort of Arabic sort of feel.
Yeah. So you could get all the the swooshy, gorgeous curtains and the lighting,
and we could have Sigria bring you breakfast in the morning.
Oh my Lord! This is something, right?
We're onto something. Well, here. Thank you from us because you're brilliant sponsors of Radio Alti. You're great sponsors of our local community. You play a big role in the local community, and you're a big company in your area, in the construction area.
Yeah.
So without you and sponsors like you, we couldn't do what we do. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
At all. Thank you for having me on.
Live from BritFest, this is Radio Alti.
So someone that's just popped up from the big top stage is Amii Alexx. Amii, welcome.
Hello.
To the VIP lounge.
Oh, it's amazing. I feel like I'm a celebrity in here.
It's quite bougie, isn't it?
It is. I walked in, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in like Barcelona in the beach house.
I think that's the vibe they're going for. I think they'll love you. What have you made at BritFest?
It's just fantastic. I came here last year performing at one of the bus stops, and it was brilliant then, but they've added so much on this year, so it just seems to expand every year. It's great.
I've been saying to people that as well as the main stage and now the little big top stage, which is you've been on, there's so many other little fringe things going on as well.
Yes, I love it. I was just saying to John, it's great how they give small and upcoming artists such a platform to come and do this.
I think it's so important though.
Definitely.
So let's talk about you and your music. You are a singer-songwriter.
I am indeed, yes.
And you're playing acoustic. What do you play?
So I started out doing acoustic because I've been a street performer for about 5 years. So I started out acoustically, and over time we've put together a band and we've started to do event stages and festival stages and just kind of climb onto bigger and bigger stages. So we're a full band now.
Full band.
Playing to track, and it's just massive. It's very...
And is the band under your name then, or has it got a band name?
Yeah, so it's under my name, Centre of Attention always.
Well, tell me, how does that dynamic work, right? Do you feel more pressure because it's under your name?
I think a lot of the lads in the band, they're pretty happy to not be the centre of attention, so it works really well. They just love what they do. They love playing their respective instruments, and I don't think they'd want to be up front. So I'm a massive attention.
Oh yeah. We were talking about this on show recently, which is you have to have a certain, I don't know, I would say it's ego, but you have to have a character that isn't too apologetic, if you like.
Definitely, you've got to. You do have to have some sense of ego to be a performer. There's no humbleness.
Really. Was that you as a child?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been theatrical. I like my musicals and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a performer by nature, but my sister's totally different. She's like a total introvert. So we're different ends of the spectrum.
So tell me about your music. How would you describe your music?
My music is a blend of so many different genres. I think we're predominantly pop, but we definitely take influence from a lot of R&B music and indie and rock as well. But so our the set that we've done today, and it's going to be the upcoming EP, is so eclectic. There's a bit of everything on there, so we really like to lend ourselves to lots of different genres.
And again, this has been a theme through the interviews this week, which is, do you think because of the easier access to music, because it's digital, that your generation and maybe the generation since after you, or before you, sorry, have a wider knowledge of lots of genre, lots of decades, and you're sort of mashing all that up together?
I would say so. I mean, like you said, it's so accessible these days. You can just click a button and you're onto like a new artist, aren't you? And they shuffle new artists for you on Spotify. But I was born in 1998, so I don't really know a time before that and what it was like without the internet. I grew up with the internet.
That's mad, isn't it?
Does that make you feel old?
Oh, 1998. I got married the year after that. Yeah, I did indeed.
Sorry for reminding you of years going by.
No, my kids do it every single day, to be honest with you. And life tells you that every day. But songwriting, right? The thing for me about songwriting is you have to expose a part of yourself. That is that can be a very revealing thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And what you're writing about is often your deepest emotions, unless you've got some ability to write about something that's completely non-contextual, if you like. How when you're writing, do you get the idea for the song through the words or the tune, or does it all match together?
I think it depends on the day, but I think I mostly write the lyrics first. It's my way. I know this is so cliche and generic and a lot of artists say it, but it's my way of processing things that have happened in my life. So I just used to put words down for years and years and years and never do anything with them. And then over time, it's definitely been uncomfortable, to be honest, to put those out into the public.
I can imagine.
Right, because I'm
it
quite...
reveals.
Yeah, it's quite, especially when you're writing a lot of emotive, vulnerable songs. And it still is, like when I was just doing my set at the Little Big Top then, my mum and her friend are here watching today, and I'm pouring my heart out with all these things about relationships and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh my God, my mum's listening.
And of course she'll probably get it more than the crowd.
Yeah, well,
she'll be thinking, I remember that day.
That's just running through every relationship I've had.
That's why she was a nightmare that day. But yeah, that could be therapeutic. But you have to have the confidence to reveal a little bit about yourself then.
Yeah, it's a process. It's definitely uncomfortable at first, but I think, as with anything, performing, writing, anything that you do in life, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. And it becomes normal.
It becomes you. Do you think that's because you get more confident or you get number?
I suppose, yeah. I suppose it starts to become... It's difficult to get a balance between your creativity and it just becoming your 9 to 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you'll feel the same with what you do. You don't think about it as much after you've done it.
So it becomes habitual, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So what are you now in terms of your music career? Are you signed? Are you looking to get signed? What are you doing?
So I'm totally independent at the moment. A lot of what I do and a lot of my branding, I suppose, is built around being independent. Yeah, a lot of my songs are about that as well. And I've built a huge online community of people who have just been amazing, supporting me all the way through, from the busking right through to the stages now. And I'm so lucky to have that people power behind me when I don't have a label behind me right now that have pushed me, on this journey. It's very rewarding to know that it's all people powered.
But a lot of artists are doing that now.
Yeah.
And that means that you're not only an artist, that you are the commercial person, you're your business manager. You're having to wear so many hats.
Yeah, definitely.
The positive thing I find about that is that it's building skills that are transferable to lots of other things.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the biggest issue I always have with the music industry is how long do you stay in there, and how do you know when you're making the right level of progress?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I don't know. I see. This is the thing I think is hardest. Like if you are a footballer, say, right, and you go into the academy at United or City, whatever. Okay, you'll have somebody who'll tell you at the age of 14 you're good enough to go to 15 to 16, whatever, right? And then they might sign you on an apprenticeship apprenticeship deal or a professional contract. And at least with your professional contract, you sort of know, I'm going to be a professional footballer somewhere.
You've got that guy. You've got someone else telling you what to do and where to go.
You have. You've got a pathway. I don't think that exists in music.
It's existing less and less, I think, in modern times. I think, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think being an independent musician is becoming more mainstream. That a lot of people are saying now, out with the labels, in with the independent, and I think that's credited a lot to social media and the tools that independent musicians have been given through being able to run social media and build their own audiences, and they don't necessarily need the promotion as much from a label because they can do it all themselves through social media.
But I wonder, where do you get your guidance, your mentorship, your advice from? How do you get that?
I guess there's so much accessible stuff online, like with YouTube and conferring with other people doing the same thing on social media. I do have, even though I'm independent, I do have a little team who work with me. They're my closest people, Richard and Christine, and they are brilliant. They're just great. They don't want anything from me. They're just my friends, and they just help me and manage me.
And you need that, don't you?
Absolutely.
So tell me, recording versus performing live. Where's your natural place? Where do you like to be?
Live.
You love that?
Absolutely. Theatrical to the core.
All right, I got you. But that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. With stage presence, for sure. That's something that I've had to learn over time.
And I think for a wee while, artists forgot that art, that bit. I was getting a bit fed up with gigs sometimes where you would see them turn up, they would play the songs, sometimes because it was all linked with the video and all of that, and it felt like I might as well just be listening to the album.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Too rehearsed, too polished.
A little bit too polished, and you want a bit of a mashup. You want something that they haven't done every single night, something a bit different, you know?
I think the main thing now is that people want relatable, and if you're too polished in your set, there's no people want to connect with the artist. I went to go and see Ray at Paul Point East Festival last year, and she was just brilliant. She's so humble in the way that she speaks to the audience, and she just came on the stage and just said, "Oh, hey guys, you all right?" And it's human to human, and that's what I like, a chat with the crowd. If I'm going to watch somebody perform, I want them to present as a human being who's relatable and just having a chat, very humble.
And it's like, they don't come in and go, "Hello, Salford," when it's Manchester or whatever. You need a bit more than that. That's too cliched, isn't it?
But I also understand from the artist's perspective, it is really hard to think of things to say on stage. I have the same issue. I'm even in the one we just did then, I was thinking, oh my God, I don't know what to say in between songs because I'm so...
BritFest!
Yeah, hey, BritFest! Yeah. Just kind of whatever comes to mind.
One of the things I really like now are the little intimate gigs you can get. And they're not always the biggest artists, but even big artists will play a smaller sort of set. And again, I think that's partly because artists now realise gigging brings in more money than actually recording, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I think it's hard for everybody at the moment because the cost of living and everything, and a lot of bars and restaurants struggling to hire musicians and venues and stuff at the moment. But there's just a real community that comes with live music I don't think you can get anywhere else.
So I'm going to ask you a question I've been asking everybody in the last couple of days, right? But we're having the Amii Alexx festival, their own festival. Okay. You got to give me the headliner for Friday, Saturday night, Sunday night. And I'm going for a Sunday night legend slot who's dead or alive. They can be dead or we can bring them back from the dead. So Friday night, Saturday night headline. Anybody. It's your festival, okay? And if you even want to, you can do a collab with somebody. It could be you up there collabing. So let's go for the Friday night. Who are you having as your headliner Friday night?
Friday. So my music taste is all over the place. So Friday night, I love my 80s and 80s inspired music. We're going to have the 1975 Manchester Born and Bred band on the Friday.
You're having the 75?
Yeah.
Because they sound like the 80s, you think?
They do, yeah.
And the local lads.
They're great, yeah, really great. On the Saturday, So I can have absolutely anybody, dead or alive.
Sunday night is the dead or alive slot.
Okay.
Saturday has to be alive.
Saturday's the biggest. We're going to have Michael Jackson on this Saturday.
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
We have to bring him back from the dead.
I thought I could have
you can do
anybody
it on
alive
Sunday.
or dead.
No, Sunday's alive or dead.
Sunday.
So Saturday, I would rather them to be alive. We've only got the special power for one day. So Saturday alive.
So Sunday we're having Michael Jackson.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Saturday. Oh, we having on Saturday. Oh, I can't think. Oh my gosh, they're playing Queen on the main stage. I can hear them.
Yeah.
I'm missing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Cool, Right, I'll tell you what. We'll let you go. Go on.
No, it's okay. No, I was actually just thinking, shall I have Michael Jackson or Queen on the Sunday?
Oh, it's good. Shout.
Saturday, we'll have Radiohead on the Saturday.
Well, you threw that at me. I love that. I've seen them live at Milton Keynes Bowl.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Oh, they're really good, aren't they?
No, I've not seen them live, but I've loved Radiohead for years.
There's something about them, isn't it? They're like Blur plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just brilliant.
They are brilliant. Okay, so that's very eclectic. So Friday night, remind me, we're going 75.
1975 on the Saturday, on Friday. Sorry.
Saturday night, you're going big guns with Radiohead. I love that. And okay, Queen with Freddie. Or Michael Jackson.
Oh my God, you can't ask me that.
Oh, I know, but I have. I have.
Oh, no. Can I not have them both? There's a mashup together.
Would that be interesting, actually? Can you imagine Freddie and Michael together?
Would that work or would it flop?
I'll tell you what, because we've got special powers, let's just pretend it works.
Okay.
So, can you imagine them do Killer Queen with Michael Jackson and then they do Thriller with Freddie singing it?
Oh my God, that would just be amazing.
That would be cool. I'll tell you, I like that. It's a Queen Jackson mashup.
We need somebody to create a tribute of this, a Michael Jackson Queen mashup tribute.
What you've got to do is work on a song where you could do that.
See, my go-to Michael song is Human Nature. I feel like that can go with anything.
And if you had a go-to Queen song?
Bohemian Rhapsody, obviously.
That's cool, rap. Right, well, here, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. And we'd like to get some of your stuff on Radio Alti, so let's make some contact. That's Amii Alexx. What's your socials, Amii?
So I had to spell it a little bit weird, my socials, because someone took my name. So it's Amii Alexx.
Amii Alexx.
Well remembered.
There you go. What's this? First time for me. Amii Alexx. Alexx. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Yes, and you. Thank you.
You very much indeed. So it's Monday at the BritFest. The Radio Alti team, where some of us have come back to pack up, and there's been a lovely tent at the car park where we've been parking, and it's Sherpas, and these guys provide facilities and things you need for hire for a festival weekend. And here we're Becky, and we've just been talking about some of the essentials you need. And Becky, one of the essentials you need is a good place to sleep at night, a good bed.
My goodness, yes. So actually the first top tip before you pack anything else, your earplugs.
Yes.
You are so going to regret it because you need a good night's sleep, and everybody likes a party, and some of them like to party at 3 a.m. when you actually want to go to sleep. So earplugs are the first thing. The reason I started Sherpas is because I'm a lady of a certain age and I do like my comforts, and every year we take a bit more and a bit more to make everything very comfortable. And it always a flipping ton. And I'm just exhausted nowadays, but I still like to have my luxuries. So Sherpas was created for people like me who like to take everything. Now, we hire e-carts. They're battery-powered electric festival carts. You don't pull them. They do all the work for you. You can put your great big tent in there. You can put your gazebo in there. You can put everything, and they will do all the work and take you to your campsite for you. We even hire out actual human beings. They're called Sherpas. You will see us in our bright orange vests. So if you need a hand putting the tent up, if you need a hand moving your stuff from the car to the campsite, you can hire us to do that as well. And also you can hire all of your camping gear. So you don't need to drag it all from home. Come and find us in the car park. We've got your tents. Now the beds are amazing. They are double height luxury beds. All you do is press a little button. They're battery operated. You press a button, they self-inflate, And also they are so high. Somebody said you can even just sit on them and put your shoes on.
And do you know what? Like, I'm a man of a certain age, and we were just talking, and actually the ability to sit on something and put your shoes on, it's incredible, isn't it?
It's a game changer.
It is a game changer. Yes.
It's all these little things that just make everything, that experience, better and easier and nicer for us. I hate the cold. I cannot stand it. So we've got sleeping bags for hire. We've got duvets. We've got pillows. You won't believe the things that people forget. So we have the stoves. You can hire a stove, a kettle. Got to have your coffee in the morning. We've all had a jolly good time the night before, and then you regret it in the morning. So you need your coffee. We have all of that for hire for you as well. We were just talking about top tips for camping. Get a flag. Get your own flagpole. We don't have those to hire, but just bring a flag, donk it in, put your flag up. And then at midnight, when you've had a couple of little tipples, you can find your own way home.
And I've seen people actually have little battery operated lights on their flags, so they actually flash as well.
Oh, yeah. You can get the solar powered ones. I mean, they're just all from the range, Amazon. You can get those anywhere. Top tip as well, always park on a path. So you might turn up early and park in a field with loads of space around you. And then when you get back, everybody takes every tiny little space. And can you find your tent and climbing over all those guy ropes at the end of the night? Park on the path. There's always lights. And you are able just to walk into your tent without clambering over everybody's guy ropes.
Now, Becky, we've been asking people all weekend if they could have their own festival, so Sherpas Fest or Becky Fest, right? We've been talking about your Friday, your Saturday, your Sunday night headliner, but with you, Sunday nights are always legend spots. And you can bring somebody back from the dead if you want, or it could be somebody from living. Who would you have at Becky Fest or Sherpas Fest, living or dead, legends, Sunday night slot?
He knows who I am. Nick Kershaw. I love you. Now, people do joke about my restraining order against Nick Kershaw. It's not true, but I have actually kissed him on the cheek and he has kissed me on the cheek. And you will always see me when Nick Kershaw is playing with my scarf held high, shouting, Nick, I love you.
Nick is the one.
Nick is the main man for me. However, I just love all music. I love everybody. I mean, Rick Parfitt. What a legend. I've seen him now so many times. He brings the energy. He brings the party. He would be on the list. Every 80s band. Oh, I never saw Freddie and Queen or George Michael.
Oh, you got Freddie.
God.
Freddie's got to be there.
Freddie would be there. Definitely George would be there. But my absolute big one at the moment is Muse and Nothing But Thieves. I have booked for Nothing But Thieves for next year. Muse I've seen loads of times. My festival would last a month.
I tell you what, Becky Fest is sounding great. And tell me, what have you made at BritFest? Is this your first year here?
Right, this is my brand new business. So this is actually only my third festival. I came up with the idea in October last year and I've had 6 festivals book me and I'm so excited. The feedback we are getting is so positive. Everyone's just friendly and happy at a festival, which is part of the fun. Yeah. I get to do this great job and hang out with people that are just really happy because they're at a festival. I'm loving it. I'm loving the feedback I'm getting. I'm loving the positivity. I'm going to be here next year and the year after and the year after. And then I will be on a beach collapsed somewhere. Like I will be actually tomorrow in my house, collapsed for a week because we've done all the hard work for these guys so they don't have to.
And BritFest is good, isn't it?
Oh, the atmosphere. I'm a Rewind girl because we're from down south. So I've done Rewind for 14 years. I love an 80s festival, obviously. This has got the same feel. It's so friendly. Everybody sort of like knows each other and it's a really, really lovely atmosphere. That's festivaling for me, chatting to people, taking the mickey out of their fancy dress outfits. You know, when you're at a festival and somebody is dressed like a chicken or something, you know, you have to have a nice time. You have to laugh. You have to have a giggle. So yeah, it's obviously, as you can tell, I do like a chat and I will just go and chat to anybody. I love the effort that people put in. The sillier that you look, the better it is.
Do you know what I like about a festival is it creates its own universe for a weekend.
Yes.
People come together and they,
Yes.
without any formal instructions, they create a vibe.
Yeah.
And the vibe of this weekend's been beautiful.
It's a great, big, happy family. Some of my Sherpas, who are my wonderful volunteers who come and hang out, they help me for the weekend, but they get free camping and they get access into the festival. They're chit-chatting to people, and I'm like, who's that? They're like, oh, that's my next-door neighbour in the campsite. Oh, and that's so-and-so from the campsite. And then what you find with festivals like this is that you'll meet people next year that you saw last year, and it's like, oh, hi, how you doing? You know?
Absolutely
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So if anybody wants to find out about Sherpas, you're online, you're on Facebook, Insta?
Oh, please. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. Might have a little go at TikTok, but not sure about that. But you can find us at www.sherpashire, SHERPASHIRE.co.uk. We've got a little subscribe button on there, and so we can keep you updated with the festivals that will be coming on board and we'll be at, and we would just love to see you. You can pre-book, so everything's ready for you when you turn up, and we would love to see you, but we will definitely see you here next year at BritFest.
And you could be a VIP without buying a VIP's ticket with Sherpas.
You can. I'm a VIP anyway.
I think you are. Becky, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
So it's Rod Maxwell down at the BritFest, and it's the end of Saturday night, and I was walking out, Holly Johnson's playing in the background, and I spotted the Samaritans, and I always think about them at these festivals, and I met a lovely lady called Jane, who's part of the festival team, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
And I was intrigued to think about what people bring to festivals that might cause them to need to speak to you, Jane. So, I mean, do you find there is a lot of demand for your support at events like this when they're supposed to be happy events? People are supposed to come in a happy mood, but they don't always feel that way.
Yeah, absolutely. We come to festivals, we're at festivals all over the country across the summer, and people often have that impression. And yes, absolutely, people come to festivals for lots of different reasons. And they come to have fun and enjoy themselves, but often it can be a place when you're surrounded by people that are all having fun. It can remind you that you're actually, you've got other stuff going on in your life, and it can be quite a lonely place. But also, people who use the Samaritan service outside often see us and use it as an opportunity to, just come and talk to us about stuff that's going on for them now. Or things that have happened in the past that they may still struggle with. So, yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to reach out, see people face to face, and talk to people.
One thing that crosses my mind is different age groups and different lifestyle moments, if you like. So, young people, older people, people in transition. I guess you talk to people and you help people right across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. We go to, Leeds and Reading Festival, where a lot of the kids there are sort of 16, 17 years old. At BritFest, I don't know what the age demographic is here, but I would
slightly
say...
older.
Yeah, slightly older. But, people who've had that life experience have also experienced a lot of things in their life. The young people, often a lot of what we do is, opening that door for them so that if they're struggling with something in the future, or if they're trying to support a friend who's struggling with something, that they know that we're here and we're here for them, and it's an avenue that they can explore. We're available on the phones as Samaritans, wider charity, 24 hours a day. Every day of the year, there's always someone at the end of the phone, and it's really valuable to just get that message out as well, and let the younger people know that that they can always sort of signpost to us, and we can be there for people.
It always strikes me that in today's modern age, where communication seemingly looks so easy, that we're communicating more. But probably the big thing that you bring as Samaritans that people are not so good at is actually the listening side of communication. Is that the case, that even though technology has improved the art or the access to communication, the key skill is actually listening and understanding?
Yeah, absolutely. Listening is a skill. Absolutely. People don't always feel heard. I think the big thing with the emotional support that we offer people as well is, and thing that people don't always immediately understand is that people who have big problems, people that have problems that go on over a long period of time, you know, they worry about burdening friends and family. And you know, people also expect people to move on from problems, and that's not the way the world always works. And it's just, you know, it surprises a lot of people, I think, just how powerful it can be to have a conversation with a stranger, to talk to somebody about what's going on for them in their lives, and what a relief that can be, and a release, and yeah, just how powerful that can be. We don't try and solve people's problems, we just sit with them and allow them to explore how they're feeling, and share that with someone, and that can be, you know, a huge weight off people's shoulders.
And as somebody who's, you know, does this a lot in your life, which you obviously do as a volunteer, how emotionally difficult is it to detach from the subject and the person sometimes, and remain that sort of professional distance, if you like?
Well, it's something that you get used to doing, and we're trained how to support people. And I just think it always feels like an absolute privilege to have been able to be there for somebody in that moment of need. So I think the overwhelming feeling, often people that we speak to are very thankful and almost sometimes apologetic for offloading to us. But we just, you know, reassure people that actually, you know, it feels really good to have been able to be there for somebody, and to we don't take on that load in the way that people feel that you do. Yeah, it actually, as I say, it's a real privilege. Feels like a privilege to be able to be there for people.
And how long have you been volunteering?
I've been with Festival Branch for 5 years, and I've been Samaritan on the phone line for 13 years, so for quite a while now.
And that's quite a commitment of your time.
Yes, it is, but as I say, it's something that I'm very passionate about, and I feel so worthwhile that I get a lot back from being there and being there for people. So, you know, it's a great thing to do.
And if anybody listens to this feels like I do need to talk to somebody, where do they go for the Samaritans?
Well, I would say just, you know, look us up online. There's phone numbers there. There's other ways of contacting us as well. So, yeah, go on, have a look. And it's a free phone number 24 hours a day. You can always give us a call.
Thanks for your time.
No problem at all.
This is Ken, and I'm in the ABC Warranty VIP Lounge, would you believe? Absolutely a belting lounge, I'm going to say. It's decorated really well. We have our own bar, and of course, Radio Alt is in here. Now then, I've been joined by a lovely lady called Sue, and she's looking at me like, what am I going to say? But Sue and I have just been talking off air, but Sue is from Purple Heart Wishes. Now, Sue, can you give me a bit of background to where Purple Heart Wishes comes from?
Okay, so in 2009, my daughter was diagnosed with a brain tumour. And during the last 18 months of her life, we decided that every day we would fill it with something new that she wasn't going to experience ever again. And then when she passed away, for a few years, I didn't know what we were going to do. But then in 2017, we decided to create a charity called Purple Heart Wishes. And what we do is we grant wishes to adults diagnosed with a terminal illness aged 18 to 55.
Wow, that's a lot to take in, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So obviously you had to cope with the stress of your daughter, obviously. We've also got your other daughter here, Leah. She's going to wave, aren't you, Leah? There we go. She's waved. She doesn't want to be on air, but she's recording us. Now then, so all this happened in the space of a few years, didn't it?
Yeah.
Now, can you give me the background? Your daughter was terminally ill, was that right?
Yes, she had a brain tumour. She was actually a young professional that worked in Manchester in the city centre, and she loved music. She would love all of this. She was a DJ manager, so she would look after DJs at Creamfields and places like that, and she was really great. And my other daughter actually is a DJ. She's DJ'd at Creamfields, which is amazing. So...
Talented daughters.
Talented daughters, yes.
Yeah. Great stuff. Now then, so you obviously went to Christie, did you tell me, and... went from there.
So we're at BritFest at the moment. So what we actually do is the wishes that we grant, they cost an average of £500. So we're always looking for businesses that would like to sponsor a wish for £500, which is not a lot of money really in the grand scheme of things. You know, we do wishes all over the UK for mums and dads, brothers and sisters, and we just want to make sure that it's really memorable for them and their families.
Now, you're also out on the road as well, aren't you?
We are, yeah.
Where have you been?
So we've actually been to Park Life the other weekend, and we are going to the Phoenix Festival down south a bit later on in the year. So we do try to get about a bit. We do volunteer in a kiosk at Manchester City.
Say anything. I'm not going to say anything. You can go there.
And we are at the AO Arena, and we're just about to go to Bolton Wanderers. So basically, we get a team of volunteers that go in a kiosk, serve people pies, pints, everything like that, and we get a percentage of the takings for the charity, which is a good way, because then we're not always asking people for money, and because they're buying something they want, and so we're getting a percentage of that for the charity.
That's right. Now, from the two of you that started this, it's now how many people?
We have about 75 volunteers, which is amazing. They just come, whenever they can and do their bit, which is just absolutely fantastic.
And now, you said you're in the field here. Whereabouts are you? This is in BritFest,
yeah. So we're over by the main, the blue stage, the blue marquee.
Yes.
Right next to the toilet. You can't miss us. We've got a massive marquee with our Purple Heart Wishes all over it, so you won't miss us.
It sounds absolutely brilliant. So anybody at the BritFest now, you can go. It's the back end of the arena, and look for the big blue tent, as I call it. It was called the Little Big Top. You're saying the same thing. The blue tent, and you're there.
You'll see lots of purple people wandering around today. So just grab us.
Great. Do you have targets every year, Sue?
Do you know what? Because we're such a small charity, we try to do as much as we can. But this year, from January to now alone, we've had 300 applications. So as you can imagine, 500, pounds times 300 applications, that is what we've got to always be looking to complete, basically.
So in your head, how do you sort it out?
So in my head, the wish granters spend all the money, and I'm like, right, okay, I just need to raise more money. Let's go.
Oh, right, you're the driving side.
I'm the driving side of the fundraising. They're the driving side of the wish granting. Yeah,
you're the salesman.
That's it.
That's the one. Okay. So how do we donate? Can we do it on the phone? Can we do it online?
You can do it on the phone. You could come over to the gazebo where we are. We've got some QR codes. You can just scan it straight through to PayPal and make a donation that way. You can donate online. You can do. Our charity website is www.purpleheartwishes.org.
Great. So any phone numbers or?
No, the phone number, we'd rather you went through, so you can donate online. It's much better doing it that way.
So can you just give me that www again?
Yeah. So it's www.purpleheartwishes.org.
Sue, can I say thank you for jumping in on me, and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank you.